Welcome everybody, it is Crypto Moose and it's time to get loose. Mitchell Bouchard, your crypto and NFT investor. Welcome back to another episode. What we're going to do on this one is go over our 2024 crypto blueprint. So this is going to be a more in-depth video. We're going to share with you everything in detail with slides. So I just got done making them, and this is definitely going to be more of an educational video. So get out your pen and paper. We're going to be talking about that as well. So if you do get something out of this, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. That is the one way you can help us out here on the channel. And for those of you that hold a Loose Moose NFT, salute to you all. And we will see you at the end of the video. We're going to cover a giveaway as well as some more information for those of you that have never picked one up. So without further ado, let's dive into the crypto blueprint. This is by far the most important video of the year. I've got my suit, got it clean, so you know the moose is feeling good. Moose is feeling good. Okay, so we're going to share the screen, and I made this on Google Docs. So if you guys want, definitely get a pen and paper, which we're going to talk about as well. So just so you know, we're going to be using the slide quite a bit in this video. So 2024 Crypto Blueprint, How to Succeed in Crypto 2024 edition. Now, the goal of this video is to identify a couple of strategies and to share with you what I've learned over the past 3, 4, 5 years. A little bit of business stuff, but mostly cryptocurrency related stuff. So I got stuff on my desk. I'm well prepared for this video. All right, so I think you're gonna get a lot out of this. So let's go to the next slide. So number one, we're gonna start off with crypto mindset. I'm gonna go with the quote by Voltaire, since we're huge on Cardano. I've actually been reading one of his books called Candid. It's a newer edition of it. But for those of you that don't know Voltaire, he's kind of an inspiration for Cardano in terms of their phases. He's a French philosopher from the 1700s, was really influenced by the freedom of England, and the moose is starting to read, so you'll see some of that in this. So the most important decision you will ever make is to be in a good mood. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. I know the demographics around, let's say 15 to 30 males. You have to be in a good mood. So if you are emotionally driven in the crypto space, you're going to have a real hard time. So when things go good, remember that it's going to make your life easier. So if you can wake up and be in a good mood, everything's going to shift. Everything's going to change. But if you wake up in a bad mood, or if you decide, today's not a good day, you're going to have a bad day. You may make decisions. So you do have a little bit of control. You can't control what happens, but you can control how you're going to react to what happens, okay? So this is number one. We're going to spend a bit of time here. So what we will do together, we're going to go over the best strategies. We're going to go over the fundamentals, the basics. So these key strategies are going to help you with your crypto. Number two, create our 2024 goals. This is the must. So what's most important about this video, one of them in my opinion, is how to create your 2024 goals. Most of you want to succeed in crypto, but you've never watched a video like this. You don't have the strategy. You don't have, hopefully I'm bringing some inspiration for you. But I want to add some clarity, right? Because if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to get there. And ultimately, you need a little bit of like when someone believes in you, it helps out a lot. So we'll get into that more. And then number three, at the end of the video, we're going to show you how to create a portfolio and how to track it. Okay. So we're literally going to cover this. If you guys want more info on that, if you want a more in-depth video, take an online course. So I will plug that in now. So if you guys go to the link tree, you can see all these different links. I have a free Cardano mini course, okay? It's not what this video is about, but if you do want to know how to get into crypto from scratch, we're not doing that in this video. This video is more about how to guide you and help you without getting too technical. So I hope that makes sense. This video is to supplement your knowledge of crypto. So we're not teaching you as much about crypto, we're teaching you how to succeed in crypto, if that makes sense. So nothing's financial advice, but if you want, definitely check that out. It's going to help you out as much as possible. Okay, so let's dive right in again. So what will you learn? We went over that. So let's dive into the best strategies. So arrogance, we're going to talk about arrogance for a minute, and I think I can add the laser tool. There we go. So there's this show on history. I'm sure some of you have already seen it. I started watching it. So it's called Alone. And as you can see, even in this nice movie poster, looks like something my buddy Will Rogers would have done. Looks awesome. In this show, I believe it's 20 people. They get dropped off in the middle of nowhere. So you can imagine you get dropped off in the middle of nowhere and you have to survive. You have to catch your own food. You have to build a shelter, make a fire. Now, what happens in that show is, or the goal of the show, if you want to win the money, you have to survive the longest. And it blew my mind how many of the top guys and girls would not make it past a couple days. Like they would know how to hunt better than everybody else. They could catch better than everybody else. So you could take this as a message of, it doesn't matter how much you know about crypto, because arrogance can get in the way. And the point is, what I noticed in the show is that no matter how much someone knew, they had a blind side, and that was arrogance. For example, there was one lady, she was talking about how, I'm talking with my husband, and, I'm not going to have to worry about food. I can fish. It's not even an issue. So she didn't work at it. She didn't see it as an issue, and that created a blind spot, because within 7 days, she had no food. She's like, I'm out. I need food. There's another gentleman. He was hunting, and he's like, I'll eat this fish. I'll eat this. And then there's another guy. He was talking about, I think he caught like a muskrat or something, and he ate it. He's just like, it's probably fine. Arrogance, So most of us, we're not stupid. We're just arrogant, right? How many times have you been like, I don't need a hardware wallet. This is what I'm getting at. I don't need a hardware wallet. Well, you do. Because if you don't have a hardware wallet, if you're not like the moose, you're not going to get loose. And, if you don't have a hardware wallet, you're using too much. You have too much arrogance, right? How arrogant are you to think that you are not ever going to be hacked? You are not a victim. Okay? So that's the point there. The other one, pen and paper. How many times have I told you all, write down your goals, write down pen and paper. We're going over all that and more. This is going to be a banger of a video, okay? But you're arrogant. Most of you are arrogant. I'm arrogant, right? We're going to talk about that. But for the first time in a while, I hit all my goals, most of my goals. Not all of them. Things change. You change. As the world changes with you, you change as well. But a lot of you are arrogant. That's my point. Boom. Okay. So with the crypto mindset, we're going to go over books, so knowledge. And arrogance plays a role with all of these things we're going to talk about. So let's go through this. And I have questions for you. And I have my own answers to these questions. So I'm going to be very, very transparent, like I usually am. I'm gonna do my best to kind of, all I can really do is share with you what I've been learning, what I go through, questions I have. So let's get into it. How many books did you read last year? Me, I read 0. I read like a couple pages. I'm not even gonna count that. So how arrogant am I as Crypto Moose to not read books, right? Like how much does it cost me to not have that info? So perhaps you can write down on a pen and paper. It's a great way to get started. We'll talk about it in a bit, but guys, go to the dollar store, ask your mom, ask your dad, whoever it may be, have them buy you a pen and paper. Like, guys, it doesn't get much cheaper than that. This is the most important thing you'll do. How many books did you read last year? Some of you at 0. I know a lot of you have never read. Some of you read a lot. That's great, right? You're willing to admit that you're wrong, And that's how you grow. It's how you're going to get better. How many audiobooks did you listen to last year? I read at least 3 or 5. I'm just going to put 3 to 5. I listened to an Oppenheimer one. It was like 18 hours on a long trip. That's been cool. Have I been watching Crypto Moose? Are you watching the channel? Are you watching others? I'm being a little bit of a jokester there. But we have 401 videos. I took a screenshot today. 2.2 thousand subs. We're growing. But this is a library, right? Crypto Moose is your crypto and NFT learning database. Start learning about crypto and NFTs today. We have a link tree. We have free resources. That's why I built the channel. Not only can I sell online courses, but at the end of the day, if you can't afford it, if 10 bucks is a lot to you, that's fine. Most of you have not watched every video. And if you did, you would have picked up on Dega. You'd be in the ISPO. It was just announced today that you're getting 20% bonus. They're extending things, and they also tripled your rewards. Comment down below. Did some of you, I know I'm messaging some of you are at like 1 million Dega. Congratulations. You were not arrogant. You were willing to learn. Beautiful. That's what this channel's all about, okay? That's the point there. Have I taken an online course? Me, I did not. I create them. I've been learning. I watch a lot of YouTube. But this, I could take more courses. I should. What is something new I will learn? Me, it's NFT. So again, I'm going to talk about what I'm up to. I know how to mint Cardano NFTs. So my goal is I want to do more NFTs this year. So by answering these questions, you can identify some of where your arrogance is and make your life better in a way. What is my biggest weakness? For me, it's partnerships. I'm more of the, it's fine, it's just the way I am, more of the solopreneur, whatever, but I'm learning to make more partnerships, right? You have to work with others if you can, right? So for me, I like to be, I mean, you guys can see it, I'm in my little office. It's quiet here. There's a lot of benefit to that, but also there's a lot of downside. You get secluded, you're by yourself a lot. There's a lot of improvement that I can make myself to some regard. So what's my biggest weakness? Partnerships, right? That's for me. So here's a book. And the reason I put that book up there is because that's a book that I have. It might even be on my shelf back there. I started reading it and I stopped. And the reason I did that was because I already knew about the Winklevoss twins. So this story takes you through the Winklevoss twins and how they identified Bitcoin. I don't know if you know, but basically I believe they created Facebook. Zuckerberg stole Facebook from the Winklevoss twins, and then they find Bitcoin right away. So to be right twice like that is very unlikely, but you can learn a lot from them. For example, Filecoin. I knew about Filecoin because I tracked Winklevoss's portfolio. If they know what's up, and they were the first ones to talk about Ethereum at scale in terms of billionaires, for sure. Okay. So that's, check out a book, right? So don't be too arrogant. Okay. This is probably one of the most important ones. This is a 2024 journal. Okay. Let's dive into this. What I want you to do, okay, not telling you have to do this, but if I was your friend, what I would like you to do is save $5 to $50, okay? Get the best book that you can. I went to the dollar store. I paid $3.50 for this, something like that, $3 to $5. I picked up pens that I liked. I like these pens, and I have an angle to this. So I have that. So I have, the Sharpies. It's kind of like the thin point ones. These are great. These are great. It makes you want to write. So you want to get things that you're going to like and use. I got a Sharpie. Beautiful. I got the mug I like at my desk. The point is, what I need you to do is to get a journal or get a stack of paper, staple them together, staple a couple sheets of paper, right? Steal them from a printer at the library. I didn't tell you to do that, in theory. Then you have your journal. Write 2024 on it, or here, I wrote 2024 must. So we'll get into how I organize that. Okay, so get a book. This is my book for 2024. I started this December 31st, something like that. Okay. And you can answer the question, did I hit most of my 2023 goals? I bet you most of you have not. Comment down below if you did. Now, if we take a look here, if we take a look at this book, this is one that I started last year. This one says goal on it. I don't know how much it was. I got it at the dollar store though. I remember buying this because I bought one for me and one of my buddies, and I wrote 2023 on it, and I'm gonna share it with you. And as you're gonna see here, let's see if this changed at all. Technically, I did hit this as well. Okay, so on this sheet of paper, the first one, I'm just gonna share the first one. I've got 13 goals. Did I date this? I dated it 2023, so I have my signature at the bottom. And we're gonna get into how to fill this out. But here's the point. I bought a book last year. On the first page, there's 13 things written. Launch crypto and NFT masterclass. I did that. Launch Phil's crypto course. I partnered with Phil Ebner, huge online course instructor, awesome dude. Launched a course with him. Hit 225 pounds. I ate too much. I did walk. I lost some weight, but I didn't lose a lot. So I did not hit that. Buy video production cart. I did that. Own 100,000 Kopi. I own 200,000 Kopi. Buy a suit, green or red. I ended up getting a different kind of suit because red didn't work out. But I did get a suit. And in fact, I've been up on my suits. So I would say I hit that. Film a spec ad with my buddy. Instead, we actually did a short. So it's weird how that works. Save 5,000 cash. Technically, I did that in crypto, and I could have saved cash. So it's really interesting when you go about it that way. So I'll just say I didn't do that. Own an ounce of gold. I didn't do that. But that's because I don't want any gold. Complete. This is a video project I finished. I did that. 50,000 crypto portfolio. Technically, I did that CAD at one point, but it fluctuates crypto, right? Post 250 total crypto moves videos. Guys, 401 videos. I did that. I did 250 recently. So that did not happen by accident. It's not easy to come into a room and to do videos. For me, it's uncomfortable. I'm starting to like it. I'm getting better, but it's not easy. Like I already redid this video a couple times because I messed up at the very, very beginning. Okay. Upgrade to an M3 MacBook Air. I did not do that. But out of 13, I missed 3. So I did like 80 to 90% of my goals on this sheet. My other sheet, it's similar. I did most of them. The point is that if you get a book, okay, this is my 2024. Mine says 2024 must. And I wrote down my goals. These goals are huge. Huge, right? Bigger than China, huge goals. All right, so I want you to write down, after you get your book, 2024 must. We're going to get into it specifically, but that's my point. My point is that you have to answer these questions. Did I hit most of my goals? For me, yes. I would say definitely yes. They've changed too. Have I written down my 2024 goals? Yes, I did that. I have all of my 2024 goals on my paper. So when I wake up, I know what to do. Did I buy my 2024 crypto journal? Yes. Have I been using my notes app? Yes. I use my notes app all the time. So for you, if you are answering no to these questions, perhaps this is something that you can implement in 2024. Comment down below. Do you like this idea? Because I know from experience, this helps you. We're going to get into a little bit more as well. Yeah, let's get into it more. So number C, calendar, organization. Are you, guys and girls, organized? Have I been using my calendar? That's the question I want you to answer. For me, I haven't been using it too much, but yes, I do use it. If I have a major event, I'll use it. So again, this is dependent on what you have access to, what you like to do. If you want to use a book, cool. If you don't like writing, cool. But you should use a pen and paper and get a book regardless to come up with ideas. Because our brains are great at coming up with ideas. We're not good at storing them. So find a way to store them. Something to think about. Do I have a good, clean working environment? Yes. And the reason being is because I have an office. So I rent an office. I'm here all the time. That's what I do. I save money doing that as well. So this is the image I have. Guys, maybe find, if you're, I don't know, maybe you're younger and you have a little bedroom, set up a desk. If you're older and you have kids, whatever, find a desk. Make this your crypto investing desk, right? This is all you need. That's all you need, okay? Good, clean working environment going hand in hand with that. I would say have some inspiration, have some things you like. For me, I've got a note back there, an image. Some homeless guy, I think he was homeless. He was like selling these images. I'm like, here's $10. I'll buy your art. So I like that image, right? Reminds me of home a little bit. I've got cool images. I got my workbook behind me. I like the studio. It's cool. I'm inspired. Everything around me kind of adds a little bit of inspiration. I got cigars over there. Things like that. So depending on how you are, just think about your environment, okay? And as you can see, all these different things that I'm going over, they all work hand in hand. If your environment's off, your journal's probably going to be missing. If you don't have a backpack you have every day where you can throw in your journal, then you're probably going to be lacking. If you didn't pick up, guys, buy pens. Guys, if you spend $50 on pens, I'm telling you, I didn't do that. But if you spend $50 on pens, but you get the ones you like and you bring them with you, you're going to use it. How much is it costing you that you're not writing down your goals? Guys, I wrote down goals. Like, if I told you how much I want to make this month, you wouldn't even believe me. It's unbelievable. Okay. By the way, I made this video today. So I made this video today. And that's because I wrote down the night before what I was going to do. And everything I've been writing down, it's happening. Okay, so we're done with that. Use your Google Calendar. What is something simple I can do consistently? Let's hit on that first. So simple things to do are also simple not to do. Remember that. So what can I add? What can I eliminate? So instead of adding things, I recommend that you eliminate things first. It's a much bigger ROI. Let's say let's say you're drinking every weekend, like I was, where I would get drunk all the time on weekends. It's fun to do. Let's say you're always hanging out with somebody new, whether it be chicks. I get it. Okay, college, all that stuff. That's cool. There's time and place for it. But how much of that can you eliminate? Maybe instead of seeking 5 girls or 5 guys, whatever you're doing, maybe just seek 1 or 2. Instead of getting 20 beers on the weekend or 10 beers, maybe get 1 or 2. Because I'll promise you one thing. Am I drinking too much? Yes. For me, I'm not drinking too much right now, but this was a bit of a vice, if you will. So am I drinking too much? If you're answering yes to that, perhaps cut back. Because I'll tell you one thing. What is the upside of drinking? Yes, it's cool, it's fun, pick up chicks, whatever it is, but like at the end of the day, you never go out drinking and you wake up and you're like, oh man, like I saved a cat. I was really the man. No, you wake up, you get 5 texts that you shouldn't have sent, and then somebody calls you and be like, bro, why'd you jump off the roof? Like, what were you doing? Like, it's never good. Like, nothing good really ever comes out of it. But you do have to have fun sometimes. So the moose gets loose. You all get loose too. I'm drinking right now. Just kidding. Actually, just water. So what am I spending too much energy on? Vices. For me, food, booze. I do like going out to eat. I do like wasting money on that. I used to waste more money on booze going out. It's fun, but limit it. Do I work out? Do I go on walks? I just went out on a walk. I did eat a burger and fries. It was stupid. But make it more difficult for you to mess up. So what can I eliminate? That's what I would start with. What can I add is things like walking. Walking has been huge for me personally. I'm much calmer. My blood flows better. We won't dive into that more. I've lost weight because of it. My energy levels are better. I get to think better. There's a lot of benefits to walking. I'm more flexible. I'm in less pain. Huge, huge. So comment down below for just put like D. So for example, if it's C, put like for your calendar, put C in the comments and put, hey, this is the way I organize. I'd like to hear what you guys are doing. E, hardware wallets. Hardware wallets. So we got a couple right here. I've got a Ledger Nano S Plus, Trezor Model T. If you guys want the best hardware wallet, Trezor Model T, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So let's get into this. Some of you do not have a hardware wallet, and you should. If you have more than a couple $100 in crypto, specifically, I would say if you have more than $500 in crypto, you are required to have a hardware wallet. Okay? I have videos on the channel. You guys can watch the other videos. Let's go here. Let's go back. If you guys go to Crypto Moose, we're going to go to the channel. You guys should definitely pick up a hardware wallet. It's necessary. Okay? So go to Crypto Moose, the channel, type in hardware wallet. This is your learning database, guys. Top 3 crypto hardware wallets. The best one, guys, this one. It should have more views. The best crypto hardware wallets. I literally explain, guys. I explain for 21 minutes which hardware wallet I would get depending on how much money you have and where you're at in your crypto journey, if that's what you want to call it, okay? That is a good video for you all. So let's continue. Let's get the laser, like Michael Saylor, laser pointer. Do I own a hardware wallet? Yes, I do. I own 14 hardware wallets. I'm not kidding. I have 12, 13. I have like 12 to 14 hardware wallets. Companies send them to me all the time. Have I backed up my wallets? Have you triple checked your backups? Actually, I did bring this as well. This is one of my favorite things. If you can't even afford a hardware wallet, they make these books. This is on Amazon. This is a book, and in here, you can write down your private key. And this is tear-proof paper. It's not going to save you in the case of a fire. You should back up to metal. I have videos on that as well. But I write down all my wallets in one journal. So there you go. So ask yourself, have I backed up all of my wallets? For me, yes. Okay. Okay, so we've gone through the basics. I hope you enjoyed that portion. Let's get into creating our goals, our musts. Some of you are thinking, how in the heck do I create my goals? I've never done it. Well, guys, start simple. Start simple. This doesn't have to be a big, scary thing. Maybe for 2024, all you have to do is get a book, go to the dollar store, okay, with a couple bucks. This. You guys should have your little crypto jar. That's the money I use for mine. Get a sheet of paper, and all you're going to do is write 2024 musts. So here I wrote 2024 musts. And the reason we put musts is because there are things that you want to do, but there are things that you must do. And unless it's a must, unless it must get done, you're not going to do it. Okay? M-U-S-T, a must. What gets measured gets done. So I think Dan Pena said, like, what gets measured gets accomplished. Guys, write down your goals. If you do not write your goals, and at the end of the year, you're like, why didn't anything good happen? Because you didn't write anything down. Your goals sucked. So write down some big goals. Write down something. I got a couple that I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I'm going to share it with you when they get done. Freaking happening. Okay, 2024 goals. So write down that. This is my advice. This is simple. This is something everybody can do. 2024 musts. Write down do a little box write down 1 all the way to 10. You could write down 5 to 10. I'm going to imagine that I am 18. I'm an 18-year-old dude wanting to get into crypto. I got a couple $100. My first goal on here is I'd like to have $1,000 in crypto. $1,000 crypto portfolio. Okay? So that's number 1. My goal is to have $1,000 in crypto. Okay? Another goal. I'd like to own a hardware wallet. And let's say you're like, I want to own a nice one. I want to get the Trezor one. It's cheap. It's effective. Boom. 2 goals. And these don't have to just be crypto related. I have some that aren't. But again, it's a crypto channel. So the next one, I would like to, I should write this on mine, read, if I've never read a book before, let's say 5 books. If you guys read a couple pages a day, you can read 5 books. So I'd like to read 5 books. Let's do 5 goals, okay? You don't have to do 10, but if some are big, cool. And then for me, let's say I'd like to launch a NFT collection. So in that case, you would have to learn how to launch an NFT collection, pick a blockchain. So let's get specific. Let's say on Solana, whatever. Then number 5, okay? Number 5 would be, let's say you've never owned a car. I'd like to own a car, and let's give an estimate of like $10,000. So you have to get somewhat specific. If you want to have a crypto portfolio, how much? So here, 2024, I wrote 5 goals. This is like just whatever. You're all different. You all want different things. Let's say you even had a 6th goal. I'd like to own 50,000 Kopi. Okay, that's the goal. Now that we've done this, okay, and by the way, to get to here to do this, I am also not distracted by family. I'm not distracted by kids. I don't have kids. I'm not distracted by girls or anything right now. I'm not distracted. I've eliminated a lot in my life to have the ability to do this. What time is it right now? It's late at night. It's 11:38. I have freedom over most of my life. So for you, it may be different. So that's why I have this image on here of a coffee shop. Go to your calendar. We went over this. Write down in your calendar a date. Set the date. 8 p.m. Maybe earlier. It's a coffee shop. Write down 5:30 p.m. Thursday, January 10th, if that's the day. Writing down my goals. Going to the dollar store, buying a journal. So put in your calendar, Google Calendar. I'm actually going to do this. Let's do this for real. We're not screwing around this year. Actually, I think my mouse died on my thing. So what you're going to do is write down in your calendar, and you guys also have your phone. So let's do that. In your phone, you're going to go to the date, and I'm going to show you how this works. Might as well. We're going to go to Google Calendar, and we're going to add, so let's say, you guys can do this as well. Let's say next week. Maybe you're terrified. Wednesday the 10th. From 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to write, so we're going to get a journal. So I'm going to put buy journal plus list goals. It doesn't get any easier than that. Boom. Google Calendar is free. You guys can use your Microsoft, your Linux, your whatever the heck. You can get a feather. Guys, buy a feather, but do it like Harry Potter. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay? That's the goal. Okay, so we're connected again. So I hope that makes sense. And what you're going to do after that point, so we've created our 2024 must. Now go to the next page. Okay. And what we're going to do, I'm going to plug this in again because I definitely don't need that to die. So we've gone over that, and let's go to this. What I also did was I wrote on a piece of paper Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. You could even put January, do like April, do September, and like December. So the idea is you split your year into categories. So you have 4 spots. So let's say from January, February, March, and then you have April. So April, May, June, July, let's say to July, and then let's say September to October, and then you'll do November through December. Okay, very simple. So Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So between January and March, Q1, let's estimate this. What can we do on our goals? What are we going to do? So now we have our goals, right? We want to make $1,000. We want to have $1,000 crypto portfolio. We want to own a Trezor One, read 5 books, blah, 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 blah. So let's divide that into 4 parts. So if we want $1,000 in crypto, we need $250 every quarter. So here we're going to put a check mark kind of thing, and we're going to put 250. We need to invest in crypto. So now you know, already in January, I know what to work on. If I get 250 this month, I'm that much closer to hitting my goals. There you go. I didn't write it well, but whatever. 250 in crypto. So our goal is like, now when we wake up day to day, we could be like, oh, well, my goal is to make $250, right? Like maybe you're a kid, maybe you've never had a job before, whatever. Find a way. Okay, we'll get into that as well. Own a Trezor One. So maybe we're not going to do that right away. Maybe that's a little intimidating. Leave it later. Read 5 books. So we're definitely going to read some books. So the goal is, in this month, we're going to read 1 book. And we'll even write down our book because we need to get specific. So if you want to write down a book, write down a book. So here's an example. I'm already getting started on mine. This one's called Web3. This is not a promotional thing. I do not know Alex Tapscott. I haven't even read this thing yet. But I bought the book because I wrote down I wanted to read more books. So I bought 2 books. I'm starting to read Candid. That's Voltaire. I'd like to learn more about him. Get in Charles Hoskinson's head. But this is a book, right? You could write Web3. So maybe that's a goal. You guys are doing this now with me. Beauty. Or you could put, maybe even to get started, you want to go to Barnes & Noble, go to a bookstore, go to Chapters, whatever you guys have, and read a book. You could also do it online, right? You want to learn. So that'll get you closer. Launch an NFT. So here, what you could do in Q1 is you can make it a goal to come up with 3 to 5 NFT ideas. Own 50,000 Kopi. We're not even going to touch the Kopi yet. Okay? And that's it. That's it. So Q1 from January to March. So January, February, March. Our goal is to make 250. Read a book. And come up with 3 to 5 NFTs. Now, let's say we check those off. We do that. Okay? Now we can work on Q2. Or you can do all this at once. What I'm learning with my scenario is I think it's maybe better to just do Q1 and look at that. So when March is there, you're like, oh, I didn't hit on all these things. So it reflects here. But try to, does that make sense? Right? It helps you understand what you're trying to do. So April, you need to set a goal to, let's say you figured something out. Maybe you could do 500 that month, or again, 250 invested in crypto. You could even put, I want to buy some ETH that month. I already bought some ADA, whatever it may be. The next one. Now I'm going to read 2 books. I'm going to do that. So in the next couple months, I just need to read one book. Easy. And then your first thing is have 100 NFTs done. Or locate an artist, whatever. You guys get the point. So now that you have that, okay? So again, you have your goals. 2024 must. You know what you need. When you wake up every day, you read that, you look at it. 2, Q1. You know what to do in January to March. We wrote it down. Now, what I do every day, this is going to help you guys out a lot. I write the date. So I get to my office, let's say it's 2 p.m. Usually I show up late. It's like, you know, I usually work from the best work 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. So I'm going to get here. Let's say today it's Wednesday, January 3rd. So I write Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. And I'm going to write down 5 things that I can do to get me closer to this January goal. So if our goal is we want to make 250 invested in a crypto, well, what can I work on today that's going to get me there, right? So maybe it's like, oh, I'm going to reach out to 5 clients, right? This will help me make money. I want to read a book. So let's say the book's 100 pages, right? And I only have 3 months. I got to read like what, 33 pages? Like over, no, I'm doing that math weird. 33 days, like you have to read a couple pages a day if it's 100 pages, right? So within a month, like that's not a hard task. If I read 3 to 5 pages, I'll be done early. So I'm going to read 5 pages or 5 to 10 pages. Even if I come short on that, I'm going to be well through this book, right? Yeah, so you'd be done the book. If you did 5 pages, you'd be done in 25 days. So you'd be done in less than a month. Just give or take, right? 3 to 5 NFTs, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to work on one NFT idea. And let's say you even have other goals. You want to create a YouTube channel. Well, I'm going to research mics. So now, and then on top of that, you could put, you know, maybe you've been slacking on something. You're like, I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk 1 hour. I usually have this on mine. Boom. So all we're doing is we're reverse engineering because we know our long-term goals for the year. That's long-term. We have our Q1. Now we have what we can do in a day. So for example, it's Wednesday, January 3rd. I'm going to reach out to 5 clients. I'm going to read 5 pages of this book. I'm going to create one NFT idea. I'm going to research microphones to help me with my YouTube channel. And I'm going to walk 1 hour. If I do those 5 things, am I getting closer to my goal? Yes or no? What gets measured gets accomplished. Okay, so I hope that's making sense. I know it works. I've done this. So to give you an idea, in this book, this is my goals book. So actually, there's nothing written in here. Towards the end, just a couple of seed phrases. But this was my goal book only, but I think you should merge them. In fact, this is from a couple years. This is what I started out doing. So if you don't have a perfect system, it's fine, guys. On this, I've written down on here from like a year ago, BTC, ADA, DOT, MELD. What I do is I write down my top cryptos, I scratch them off. I have another one, Kopi, Swap USDC, video ideas, wallets, ideas. In this one, I wrote down other things I want to do. This book says stuff. This is where I write down ideas. This book specifically, this is actually kind of cool. This book, I wrote crypto wallet types. I carried it around with me. I drew these images, and I ended up making that book behind you. It's part of an online course. So it started with this vision, and I started drawing every day and reiterating. I would write, for example, Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. film post 3x crypto moose, finalize Bitcoin course. I would draw the thumbnail. Because I wrote down my goals, I could go to this book, write down the date, go to a coffee shop, figure it out. Now when I get to my office, I'm rocking and rolling. Okay? So that's where I want you to be. If that's your goal, everybody's goals and things are different. Trust me when I say I've gone through some iterations of all this. It's been insane. Also, one thing I did for a while, I picked up one of these. It's on Amazon, and here's an example. It's a little sheet of paper. You write down what you're going to do for the day, and you know what to do for the day because you know what your goals are. You know what your goal is for that quarter, for that month, right? And then you can go, oh, if I do this today, I'm closer to my goal, right? So you keep breaking it down. This you can leave on your desk. So imagine that's your desk. And you could look at this. So I used to, it comes with paper, I ran out, but you write it down. And then you check things off as you go. What gets measured gets accomplished. I hope that makes sense, okay? So that's that. I don't want to go into it too much. Now let's talk about creating a portfolio, okay? So by the way, comment down below if you enjoyed that, those first two. I think it's really going to help out some of you. That's why we're doing it. Yeah. So that's going to be at the end, but I might as well share it now. Remember, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Okay, so keep it simple. So creating a portfolio, tracking assets. Let's create a crypto portfolio together. So let me share with you how to do that. And for you to know what you're investing into, you want to watch more of the channel. What you're going to do really first is identify how much money you have. So set your goals, do that. Then from there, you can track your portfolio. So we're going to go to coinmarketcap.com. So if we go here, it's CoinMarketCap. You could also use CoinGecko. Okay, so this is going to be a website where you can view the current price of crypto tokens. In this case, we can see Bitcoin here. It's kind of dropping today. A lot of projects going down this week. Dot's having a heart attack. Say's doing good. Terra Luna just obliterated. Very big opportunities here though, okay? So you're gonna go to CoinMarketCap. You can also download this on your phone. So in fact, if you guys have a cell phone, I recommend download the CoinMarketCap app. So on my phone, you can see it right here. Trying to get a better angle. So here, I use this all the time. I can check out my watch list, and that's what we're gonna get into. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna create an account. So sign up. I created a new one for this video. So you're gonna go to watch list. And as you're researching, learning, again, because you have your notebook, go towards the back. And by the way, just to be super transparent, guys, from yesterday, I wrote down on here, Tuesday, January 2nd, I have 5 things that I wanted to do, okay? I wrote down 5 episodes, so I created notes. So I write down what I got to do for the day and also write down some notes. And I even stapled episode notes. So some of this I'm using right now. So it doesn't happen by accident. So let's say you have your notebook. If you've never created a portfolio before, I've done enough. I know what I need to do. I'm a little more advanced than most. So if you're getting started, this is what I recommend. Get a pen and paper because you're starting out that way. You're going to write your top 10. So write top 10 crypto or write watch list. Here, we're going to track some tokens that we want to research. So here I'm going to put, for example, I'm going to put Bitcoin. If you're not arrogant, you should probably research Bitcoin. 2, we're going to put ADA, Cardano. 3, Solana. 4, let's put USDC. Learn about stable coins. 5, Cornucopias, Copy. Write down 5 projects. Go to your account. So sign in, create an account. It's free. Go to add asset. You're going to add your tokens that you want to research. I already have one. Solana, so I'm going to scratch it off. Add asset, we're going to go Bitcoin. We're going to add Cardano, USDC. What's the other one? Kopi. Maybe you're watching YouTube video, so you're going to hit save. Now, you can look here and go, okay, I'm going to start tracking these projects. Easy. So let's say you have your portfolio, how much you want to invest. Let's say you finally saved that 250 bucks. Now you can pick one of these tokens and invest into it. Does that make sense? If you want to learn more about the project, watch more of the course, or go to the links they have for you. There's everything. You can read about the token, where it came from. You can learn about Satoshi Nakamoto. You have all of this beautiful information, guys, on this website. There's zero excuse. If you didn't learn, it's because you're not trying. So Kopi, type in cornucopias. This is a gaming metaverse project I like. You can track and follow and watch it. It's not chain agnostic. Go to the website. Boom. Like, there's so much you can do. You can research, identify if you like the project or not. So again, go to your watch list. Now you have a watch list. You have something on your phone, your desktop, whatever. Okay, now from there, you decide what you want to buy. So let's say, because you've been reaching out to those clients, going to work, whatever it may be for the day, now you are going to invest. Now, how do you track your investments? You're going to click on portfolio. So we're under watch list. Click portfolio. And this is what I do. I have my own portfolios, okay? This is the best thing you can do. The way I do it is I do it by wallets. So let's say in theory, you have a NAMI wallet and you have a ledger or a Trezor. In this case, you have a ledger and you have a NAMI. So what you're going to do is go here and you're going to edit this one. Maybe we'll remove it and we'll start from scratch. So go to portfolio. We're going to add transactions manually. That's what I recommend. We're going to write NAMI. And here I've got a NAMI wallet. We'll just pretend that this is a wallet that we're using. We have 10 ADA. Maybe we already got started. So we got our NAMI and we got 10 ADA. So we're going to go to add transaction. We're going to click on Cardano or type in ADA. Then we are going to add 10 ADA. We bought it, let's say, on the very first of the year. And we paid X amount. Our fees were $1. So total, we're in at $6.29. If we sold some, we could add it as well or transfer it in. We could do that. So if somebody sent it to us. But we're going to say we just bought some. We bought $7 worth. So now we have our portfolio we're starting to track. Okay, let's say that we actually hit that goal and maybe we picked up some Bitcoin. Now we want to add it. Let's say we bought $100 of Bitcoin. We bought it today. We just bought some. So we bought it today's price. That's what we paid roughly. Boom. So we're going to have to edit that. So if we go here, we go to view transactions. We're going to edit. So that's not 100 Bitcoin. We bought $100 worth. So here, this would be like what? 0.0195? So 1235. Okay. So let's say we bought $100 worth. We bought 0.001. Bitcoin's a little complicated. We're going to edit transaction. There we go. So now let's go to our portfolio. We now have $105. Now we know what we have. We can go to our phone under the same application. You sign into the same account. I can go under my portfolio and I can refresh and see what my portfolio is at. We're organized. We're on top of things. We're perspicacious. We know exactly what we're doing, right? We've meticulously crafted a plan and we are committed to what we're doing. Okay? So on top of that, let's say we actually hit our 250 goal. So that would mean that we got another 145 bucks. Maybe we put that into a stable coin. We want to play it safe, right? So we got 145. That'll be easier math, something like that. So now we're at 250 bucks. We hit our goals. We can hide the charts here, and this is what we have. We can see our best performer. Okay? And that's just under NAMI. So now we're going into Q2. We have a hardware wallet. How do we track what's on our hardware wallet? We're going to go to create portfolio. We're going to go add transactions manually. We're going to call this, let's say your name's Mark. Mark Ledger Nano S Plus. Or let's go Ledger Nano. Let's do cracked ice or ice, whatever. You can even change the image. Put a little rocket ship because we're going to the moon. Boom. So the reason you want to do this is in organized by wallets is because if you go to overview, you can see everything you have in all your wallets. And when you go to edit, you just go to where your tokens are at. So that's what I do. So on my NAMI, I know I have this. So on my NAMI, let's say that's actually what we had. We could add NFTs. Much harder to do. I just use the native token. So Mark Ledger, let's say you have a ledger. The next month you got 250 in Bitcoin. So here you got 0.00579 Bitcoin. You bought it today as well, or the date when you have it. So now after you're in Q2, you're at 500 bucks and you've identified all of your strategies and you're now rocking and rolling. So again, we're going to do a quick recap and I hope this makes sense. I'm trying to keep it simple. You guys can use CoinGecko as well, or you can use CoinMarketCap. It doesn't matter. I use CoinMarketCap. It's just what I'm used to. So create your goals, right? Then you know how to advance in the future. So remember, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Point being is that simple things to do are also simple not to do. The simple things that you can implement today going forward will help you. Okay, so we're going to try to keep this video to an hour. I'm going to invite you all right now. Go to the link tree. If you haven't already, pick up a Crypto Moose, Loose Moose NFT. So under Linktree, go here. You can also leave me a tip at Rap Music. I'd appreciate that. So under activity, this is the official channel NFT. If you pick one up, you have the potential to win airdrops and more. And we're going to add even more utility in the future. But that being said, you guys can just, buy whatever you want. If you guys don't have a hardware wallet, I picked them all up. Check out the videos on which ones I like, but you can save up to 25% off using these links I have. So do that. Save some money. If you're just getting started, pick up the Trezor 1. If you're more advanced, maybe you have a lot of money, get the Trezor Model T. Just get after it. This is by far the best hardware wallet. It's the best. So that being said, everybody, hope you enjoy it. Comment all of your questions down below. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Can't do them all the time. Takes some time. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. Cheers.